This is a great day for everybody here at the new Athene. We're one company, and we think that's terrific. Thank you for your patience and time and effort during all this uncertainty, specifically in the last 9 months. I know it takes a toll, and we are trying to be sensitive to that. Athene will have roughly $60 billion in assets, about $4.5 billion of statutory regulatory capital. So that's 4.5 years into our tenure. Look, we have a lot of constituents to please, and first and foremost, we are an insurance company, so we need to please policyholders. We need to give them what they signed up for, and we will do that. I worked at SunAmerica 20 years. That was always our first priority there. It's our first priority at Athene as well. So we will make policyholders happy by satisfying the contracts that they purchase from us. We have carved out our niche in fixed annuities. After this transaction, we will be the second largest, we will have the second largest equity indexed reserves of anyone in the country. And we plan to build from there. So we'll be a force in fixed annuities in the marketplace, both in existing reserves and in new business. And as you know, we've said before, we plan to aggressively pursue the growth of our fixed annuity channel. But growth doesn't mean anything unless you do it profitably. And that is going to be a focus of ours. A profitable company is a successful company. And a successful company is a good company for employees to work for. And we expect that to be the case here. Look, we also have shareholders we need to please, and we have been and we plan to continue to deliver high returns on equity for our shareholders. We also have to please our regulators. We think we're doing a good job of that. As we've demonstrated, we continue to receive regulatory approval for our transactions. We also have rating agencies, a key constituent that we want to get our ratings higher. That'll help our retail annuity effort and the overall perception of our company. How we manage money. We think we do that well, especially in comparison to some other insurance companies, quite frankly. We aren't beholden to traditional asset categories and say that's all we can do. We have a bigger emphasis in structured securities than other insurance companies do because we think the prices we've put these securities on our books at provide compelling risk-return trade-off. We're not afraid to be the first to do something. We do our homework. We analyze things appropriately, but we don't study things to death. We look at it, we study it, we decide, and then we move on. We don't get paralyzed with analysis. We're in a hurry to make a difference. We're in the right place at the right time, and we want to seize the opportunity to be the best annuity company in the world, and a fixed annuity company in the world, and I think we're on track to do that. Our investment approach is proven. We were using similar investment approach at SunAmerica for 20 years when it was the best performing stock in the New York Stock Exchange during the 1990s. And in the 4.5 years at Athene, that same investment approach continues to work. It's a lot of blocking and tackling, attention to detail. Before we buy any asset, we asked ourselves, how is this asset going to perform if the financial crisis of '08 happens again? And unless that's a good answer, we don't buy it. We are not volume driven in any parts of our business. If it's profitable volume that makes our return hurdles, we'll do it. If it's not, we won't. Another word that I think is very important in our mindset and our approach that will continue to be key in our company vernacular is discipline. The same thing I just mentioned about not pursuing growth for growth's sake, paying specific attention to risk management in general on both sides of the balance sheet is key. You're not going to see us go far afield from the niche we've carved out. Like I mentioned management, senior management as being a competitive strength. All other Athene employees is a competitive edge for us as well. And congratulations to everyone here for being selected to be part of our team. It makes me very happy to say we're one team. There's no us, you anymore, it's we. And we're delighted that to be the case. And look, we're counting on you to embrace change because there is change coming. Look, we're not in the life business anymore, which has been a big part of your business in the past. We have a more focused business model. We think we're going to be smarter on the expense side, both labor and non-labor expenses. We think we're going to invest in a more prudent manner that's going to achieve higher risk-adjusted returns with an appropriate level of risk. And we're focused, like I said, just on the fixed annuity business. So embrace change. It's a good thing. We like to win. And winning and being successful is fun. And that's a place you want to be. What does Athene focus on? Without putting any specific numbers on, look, we're focused on the bottom line. Profit, what profit translates into appropriate returns, and then once we are a public company, stock price performance. Pretty basic, but the most important metrics. I think a major goal of ours is to grow the retail annuity business. Getting a rating increase will be a major part in doing that and help, but we're well on our way to do that. In an appropriate time frame, we will be a public company. But that'll be another exciting thing to be part of. How's the market going to perceive Athene as a public company? And I'm pretty optimistic about it. We'll continue to look for businesses that make sense. Asset accumulations, reserves that we want, the fixed annuity reserve. So, nothing to talk about now, but we'll be actively looking.
If I could just add to that, I mean, as we've talked about in a number of the meetings we've had here in the past 9 months, we look at 4 sources of funding for our business. And while M&A has been a great source to date and will continue to be such, we also look at the institutional funding company that we've set up. We're getting that off the ground. It's got a AA- rating. We do, as Jim said, want to grow our retail franchise, but we're also a reinsurer. So our business is a bit different than what you're used to, where new business was pretty much defined as writing new annuity premium. We look at those 4 sources and always try to evaluate what is the cheapest source of incremental growth for us. So we'll continue to pursue all 4 of those channels over time. The day we close, we will effectively still be operating 2 legal franchises. So there's a number of steps that we need to do to combine our distribution organizations, both internally and with our distribution partners, to get the products that are currently Athene products onto the Iowa platform and to be in a position where we run one integrated distribution platform. That process probably takes 12 to 15 months. We think most of the Athene products we should be able to have on the Iowa platform no later than October of next year, save one product, Performance Elite, which is our newest product. We think it makes sense not to move that over until it's time to do a product refresh on that, which is probably in early 2015. So that's a pretty significant, I think, milestone for the organization really to be operating and feeling like it's one.
But the best is yet to come for the combined company. So make sure you keep your eye on that ball, because that's the important thing to recognize.